Traveling for women. Let's talk about it. As some of you guys know, I'm also a travel vlogger on my other channel. So I do a lot of travel content and I meet a lot of guys and I've been to a lot of places, man. I've been to a lot of places. And I will say, almost everywhere I go, there's always guys that do travel for women. Now let's talk about the appeal of this. Most of these men, they come from Western cultures where they are tired of what's going on in their home country. So they usually come to these other countries where they feel like they have the upper hand, they have the advantage, and they feel like they can get a better bang for their buck. They feel like it's just more opportunity for them to find a more feminine woman than what they are finding in their home country. Me personally, do I have a problem with this? No, man. I think a man should be able to go where he wants to go and do what he wants to do. And if you think something is better somewhere else, he should be able to go and explore that. The only problem I kind of have with it is usually a lot of these guys aren't like these are two different spaces when we talk about guys that are traveling for women and self-improvement. Now there's some guys where their channels do kind of intersect. You do have guys that are on their fitness, are on improving themselves, and they also like to travel and meet women in different places. But for the most part, when you see these guys, they do have big bellies. They don't do their push-ups every day. They aren't guys that really have a sense of self-improvement. Instead of improving themselves so they can have more options wherever they go, they just go where it doesn't matter. It's more so about, oh, they're American or they're European. They're seen as somebody that's probably going to be wealthy. So a woman, they see that, they see the status, and they're going to be going for that, especially a lot of these impoverished women. The sad truth about it is you're gonna have problems no matter where you go unless you do start to improve yourself. Yeah, like I said, in some of these places, especially in the pay for play settings, you'll be able to have your way. Sure, you'll be able to have your way. But if you don't improve yourself when it comes to, okay, you're trying to find a long-term relationship, you're still gonna have some problems. Because for a lot of guys don't have problems getting women in America. It's just once they get into those relationships, they don't know how to handle it. And it's gonna be the same thing overseas. Or if you're just going to these places, you're not immersing yourself in the culture, you're just like paying for women, you're gonna end up having problems also. Going to these places, it's wise to get the full experience, learn the culture, learn some of the language, because you don't wanna get with a woman in one of these places and she can only take you but so seriously because y'all are communicating through Google Translate most of the time. And then when it comes to meeting her family and all that stuff and you can't communicate with them, they're gonna see all of this as red flags. So is traveling for women overrated? I would say no, I don't think it's overrated. I do think everything comes with its pros and cons. Yes, in a lot of these places you will find more feminine women and they will love you and they will want to cook for you. They will want to do all these things for you. But I always say you need to, no matter what you're doing in life, you need to always be trying to get better. So even if you are that type of guy, you go to these places, you know, man, just work on yourself, work on your language skills. And because my thing is, if you can get women in your home country, especially in a Western place, and especially in 2024, going into 2025, if you can get women in your home country, you can get women anywhere and you can get some of the higher quality women because a lot of the women we see as like high quality overseas that are like pay for play girls, they still gonna charge guys based on what they feel like that guy's options are. And that's the thing. It's like your value is still being judged in these places, just being judged a little bit differently. So yeah, man, my final thought is, as a man, do what you want to do. You can't let anybody tell you what to do or how to live your life. Mind you, a lot of these guys are older. They've lived for a while. They had kids. Their kids are grown. And they're just trying to enjoy the rest of their years. So you cannot bash these guys. We shouldn't be trying to bash these guys online, even if they're paying or not. It doesn't matter, man. We need to be focused on ourselves. As always, love y'all. I'm out. My family, one last thing. Make sure you get to the Telegram if you're not in the Telegram group. That's why I'm giving daily updates. Also, check out the Patreon, and also got a donation link if you want to support the channel. That's it, though. All right, y'all.